This is Outdoors with Dale. Welcome to my channel. Snowmobile trail. No wonder there's so many cars in the lot. We're on the Ice Age Trail soon. We're just leading up to it. Oh! I gotta be extra careful. I don't have my poles. I forgot them in my garage. Cheetos? Somebody must be hungry eating Cheetos, huh? Snowed a little last night. We got about an inch. It snowed a couple days ago, maybe 2-3 days. We got another inch or two. Otherwise, the snow has been dwindling because it's slowly been melting. I've hiked this before in the snow. I think it was last year. Main reason I'm out here today is to work my feet. My feet have gotten really bad lately, and moving around, exercising, all that stuff has really helped. Oh, somebody left some poles or sticks, maybe. Maybe we'll use one of those. Yeah, give that a try. Using a new phone this year. I got an iPhone 12 Pro Max. I believe we're recording in 4K, but we'll see. Mistakes happen, you know. This is the trail that leads up to the Ice Age Trail. It's a little steep. I hope you can hear me okay. I got a covering over my mouth. Not really breezy. But it's the first time I'm out, so it seems a little cool. It is quite nice though. This is not going to be a long hike. Just a stretching out hike. Now some of you ask why I haven't been on. It's well, I have been out. Recorded a few videos. I was even down in Amico Falls. But which I really liked. But I kind of consider that a failure, semi-failure. I hiked up the falls and everything. Maybe I'll show you some pictures. And I did some video, but not much. I did try to hike out to Springer Mountain. I didn't really make it. My feet were so bad, I was barely able to walk. See, there's a little bit of steepness here. You can't tell too much. I'm using a little gorilla pod to hold on to. And I just grabbed that hiking stick. I got some new boots. I bought them mostly for work, but they look like they'll work for this. They're a little higher to support my ankles. I think they're waterproof, and they got a hard toe. Not a steel toe, but a hard toe. So, I also did one other hike. I just didn't like the videos or the filming, so I didn't really put them out. I got lots of excuses if you want them. Overtime at work, lots of overtime. COVID, I had COVID for 2 weeks. A little bit over that. Just sometimes I turn into a hermit and don't go anywhere. Let's see how this works with my boots. And no, well, I got a pole here, that's right. Oops. Oh, the pole really helps. Glad somebody left it. Should have brought my spikes, it would have been easier. I asked somebody if the trail was icy, and they said no, and it's true. It's not icy so far. It is slippery. Anyway, the main purpose today is just to work my feet. And I have to keep working my feet and legs. Last year when I was out here, I was the first person out after a couple inches of snow. It was a beautiful experience, but also very tiring. I'm already getting tired. That's sad. But you gotta start somewhere. And it's kind of an experiment, seeing how this phone does. My old phone, charging port went out. Perfectly good phone, and I couldn't use it because I couldn't charge it. Eventually figured out I could wirelessly charge it, but I hated it. So I got a new phone. Well, we're almost up to the trail. This is the Ice Age Trail. Usually I go to the right. Somebody lost a mitten or glove. Looks more like a mitten. Nice that they put it there, but they probably missed it. I wonder if motion detection works in wide angle. Probably not. Well, we'll find out. I'm going to go this way, and this goes to the road, and then I'm going to head back. I just wanted a short one. I thought it would help get me back in the groove of making videos and getting out on the trail. I miss being on the trail. Oh, I was up at the North Country Trail too, but only for one night. Stopped to check it out. It's a long way. It takes like half a day just to get there. I'm thinking of going back out there. Maybe take an extra day off on a weekend. Head out to camping at Porcupine Lake. It would be a short jaunt to the campground or place to camp. I think they do dispersed camping. And then stay there for a night or two. I'd like to do two because it takes half a day just to drive up there. You can't see much of my face, can you? Oh well, I guess this is crooked. Okay, I got it off of wide mode. I put it on the 1X mode or regular mode. I think that was extra wide mode before. Anyway, see how this does with motion. Ooh, I hope I don't slip on this. Goes down and back up. Guess I didn't need my spikes after all. Gotta try different things, you know? I'm kind of dressed in layers, so it shouldn't be too bad. And I'm also doing a short hike. I am wobbling the camera, so keep that in mind. Kind of hard to be straight. Oh well, guess I'll have to turn off the camera. There's somebody on the trail. Kind of hard to walk level on I suppose I should go on a trail. On a trail in the snow. Oh darn, I forgot to put on my tracking stuff so I know how much I walked. Oh well, not going to be much anyway. The old Blaze Ice Age Trail. Oh, we're coming up to the bench. Oh, there's the snowmobile trail. Here's our bench. That's where it came from, of course. Oh yeah, when this trail's not being used, the snowmobile trail, it's a horse trail. Anyway, back to Amico Falls. I got in there really, really late. It was foggy. I went through like 100 miles of fog just to get there. And I had crappy GPS reception. So it took extra long. I get there, it was totally dark. You have to pay $5 to park at night. So I paid $5 to park. And then went up to the hotel asking where I could park. And I took a little look around too while I was at it. Beautiful hotel. And then I found a spot in the parking lot and slept in the back of my car. It was foggy, nobody could see anything anyway. It was actually warm. I don't think I even started the heater. Because I was used to it being colder. It was warm down there. I think it was in late September? No, late October. Early October or late October. 50-50, whatever. It was beautiful weather. It was warmer down there than it was up here in Wisconsin. I don't know. And woke up in the morning, went to the office, checked in about hiking. I figured I was going to be there a week, so I wanted to be able to park for a week. They just took my $5 for parking and put it towards the week-long parking, and I ended up paying nothing, which was nice. Everybody's wearing COVID masks, of course. So I went to the long-term parking, which is sort of on the way in, just off to the right. And then I got my pack on and everything ready, and I headed out. And I was pretty sure I was overweight. I was guessing I had 40 pounds with the water and everything. And I got to the pond before you get to the waterfall. And I was thinking, oh, this is going to be a piece of cake. Well, not exactly a piece of cake, but should be flat until you get to the steps. No. Goes uphill. And you get to the steps, and there's lots of people there going up and down. So a lot of people gave me credit for going up the waterfall with a 40-pound pack. I just found it's not so bad if you just go up a little ways, stop at a platform, rest, then go up again to another platform. You keep going. About 3/4 to halfway, you get to a bridge that crosses the waterfall. That's really beautiful. Everybody's standing there too. And then cross the bridge, and then you got more steps to go up. It's about 600 steps total, I believe. 175 for the first one, 425 for the second batch. But you get up, and it's kind of like a flat area, but in the meantime you can see the falls. The steps are see-through, which a lot of people didn't like. But there's wood handrails on each side. Being the way my feet is, I held onto the handrails pretty good. Oh, we're up to the road already. I don't know if I'm ready to go down the road. I think I might just circle back. I'm doing better than I thought I would. Highway ZZ. Appalachian Trail. Beautiful area though. We're parked down there a little ways. I think that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna head back. Kinda wish I didn't bring this pole. I think I'll just leave it here. See, there it is. I'm just gonna leave it here. I don't need it. It's what somebody else did. Found it interesting. Somebody put a yellow badge on it. They're probably saying, "Hey, this is for the Ice Age Trail." I'm trying to learn to do close-ups on things, do a little B-roll. It's perfectly still here today. It's amazing. And it's not exactly early. It's probably around 3 o'clock, 3:30 p.m. Wouldn't be a.m. So we're just gonna hike on back and then we'll head on home. That's all I really needed today. I really miss making videos. If I feel like it or get a chance, maybe I'll post some of the stuff I did earlier. You know, another thing about Amico Falls, you know, when I got to the top, I found out it was another 8-9 miles to Springer Mountain, which I kind of knew. But my feet at that time were not in the best condition. Feet, ankles, whatever. And for anybody who doesn't know, it was from a ladder accident. Some people are still amazed that I can hike. I was too. I thought my hiking career was over. I broke both my heels in a ladder accident. Rather painful. It put me out for a couple of months. I ended up overdosing on drugs. Well, I don't know if I didn't overdose. I got addicted to the drugs. That's it. I was on some pretty good drugs. And then there was some sort of mix-up where they lowered my dosage and didn't tell me. They put it on a piece of paper, which I rarely read. And when I went to get a refill, they said, "Oh, you can't get any refills. It's not your time yet." And I go, "What do you mean it's not your time yet?" "Well, according to your dosage, yeah." So I had to go cold turkey to get off the drugs because they wouldn't give me them. That was tough. They get you addicted and then they take them away. That wasn't the original plan. They were going to slowly do it. I kind of lived off those drugs for a while. I couldn't stand the pain. It was a lot of pain, believe me. I get reminded of it every day. It's usually mild, but every now and then, if you turn your foot right or wrong, you get a spike of pain. If I stand on them too long or work them too much, then they bother me all night. I take Tylenol like crazy. I'm trying to cut it down. I'm getting older too. I think my hips are going. I just bought a foam roller because my legs and stuff are tight. I can't seem to get rid of it. And I'm just trying to improve. Well, here's the bench. I actually may sit down. I'm getting better at this hiking thing. I bought a couple containers from, box containers from Costco. And I'll put all my hiking gear in there. Makes it a lot easier to find. Oh, it's a plastic type of wood. Well, I'm sitting on the bench. Anyway, Amico Falls. I didn't take a lot of video. I took a few pictures, or more pictures than normal probably. But when I was hiking, I didn't do much. I was more concentrated on where I walked and how my feet were, and my feet were getting pretty bad. I eventually stopped to make camp because I couldn't go any farther. There was just too much pain. I set up camp. I tried hanging a bear bag, but I tried a bunch of times and the The branches were just too high and I couldn't do it. So I tied it to the base of a tree and it had no problems. I gathered up some rocks for a fire, which was a task in itself, not including trying to hang a bag. When you can hardly stand and you got to hang on to something to hold up, hold yourself up. Here, maybe we can take this off. I could probably get by without it. Anyway, feels good to get out. I wanted to come out when there was snow. I like snow. I just don't like it when it's icy cold, like windy. But I didn't even, when I was in, when I set up camp and everything, I didn't even make a video of my campsite. I think I talked a little bit when I was in it, but that was it. Come morning, it was another morning of barely being able to walk, and at that time I said, you know, if I keep going, I may not be able to make it back. I figured I was about halfway. So I headed back, and then it seemed like there was no other place to go but down the steps again. So I went down the steps with my pack. Went to the office, told them I was not going to be staying, and I went to the car. And that was quite a trip when you can hardly walk. It was easier on pavement. And then I drove home. I drove all the way home, just like I drove all the way there. I seem to be good at doing long distance driving. I was disappointed in myself for not being able to make it to Springer Mountain, but maybe I'll try it again. I'd love to stay at that hotel. That's a beautiful hotel. But because it was a weekend, I think I got there on a Friday night. Their rates were higher, so I didn't want to spend all my money on a hotel. That's the nice thing about hiking. You can do it fairly cheap. It's just the gear is expensive. Cold air makes me cough, so I'm going to put my mask back on. Actually feels pretty good. Other than being a little wet from the mouth or breathing. Well, we're off to do the second half. At least that's what I'm calling it. Cameras have gotten better, but they still don't give you the view you get in person. Thanks for coming along on my hike. If you can, get out and do one yourself. I don't care how long it is. Well, it gets to be an hour, it gets kind of long. I'm hoping I'm not that long. We'll see. Here's the one thing I usually hate asking. If you like the video or you want to help me out, please like and subscribe and make a comment. Y'all know everybody asks that. It does help. I do appreciate all my subscribers. A lot of times I will subscribe back. Especially if they have a low count. A low subscriber count. I made it over 100. But that's not enough for YouTube. I need to make them like every week. I just don't know if that's possible. With work, overtime, and my family. And I like to have some of my own time. You can tell we're going uphill. I don't know if you can, but I can. I'm hoping you're not hearing me breathing constantly. It's irritating, but I think that's more like it. See, from here it looks like a tree across the trail, but it's not. I remember a couple of years back when it was, I had to climb over it. I think that's the same one. Maybe not. I used to do geocaching, and there was a tree stump like this one that kept broken off. But broken off a little farther down. Just enough so you couldn't see the top of it. And someone hit a geocache in the top of it. All you had to do was put your hand on top and you'd find it. It was a pretty good spot. You couldn't see it, yet it was out in the open. See, now here's the downhill, and then the uphill. Now I don't have my pole, so if it's slippery, I'll go off to the side. When you're at my age, falling hurts. I picked up a foam roller yesterday. Just a solid foam roller, high density. To try and roll out my muscles. Because I've been having a lot of trouble with them being too tight. And my hips hurt, and then sometimes I get cramps. But I've gotten a lot better in that area. Okay, that's better. I don't make any money from making YouTube videos. I don't have enough subscribers. And you got to be more dedicated for that too, I think. There's a tree with a hole in it. I don't know if you'll be able to see anything now. Not looking forward to the part where I go down that big hill and well, it's not really a big hill, but go down that hill in the start. I always have trouble with inclines with my feet, declines, whatever. Well, it looks like we got to that intersection. Well, now in the Blue Blaze, the approach trail. Okay, here's the blue one. This is the downhill section. Not steep yet. Don't ask me why I did that. I just did. This is where it starts getting a little steeper. After this next tree, it really starts to drop. Should be able to see it on the video, I think. Oh. Okay, I gotta be careful on this one. a long video if I don't edit some of this out. Oh. Trying to go down a little sideways with my feet. Slow me down. It's getting a little better here though. Oh. This area seems more wild in that it wasn't planted in rows. I don't think anywhere I was walking it was planted in rows, but there are areas where they do that. Out that way is a swamp or pond that's frozen. I'm not going out there. Now I can see the trailhead. In case you leave early, appreciate you watching, coming along. I probably get more enjoyment out of this than you guys do. See, cloudy sky. It was perfectly clear last night, or early last night, and the night before, and maybe one more night before, but then of course the temperatures dropped. Wow, there's a couple of big old trees out there. See if I can do it. Yeah, there they are. You know, I bought a pair of nice gloves with pockets for hand warmers. They work good except for in really, really cold weather. But I don't know if I had hot pockets in at the time. I got hot pockets in right now because I bought a whole bag last year and I still have them. And my hands are tight, nice and toasty, I'll say that much. Of course, it's not really that cold out. Well, that's where we came from. It's kind of marshy out there. I can hear birds. There's a couple of birds out there. There's a bench. Always comes in handy. Either at the start or the end. Makes sense. Usually this is a parking lot, but they don't plow it in the wintertime. So you go across the street and park in the other place. There's more trails across the street too. Yeah, that's the trailhead. Well, thank you very much for watching this. A little thicker in the parking lot. The snow, that is. Well, I'm gonna have to edit this and get it out, and then I want to plan for the next one. I'm hoping it's going to be that Porcupine Lake in the Porcupine Wilderness, but we'll see. I'll probably have a snow poke. I tried that last year, it didn't work so good. The snow was way too deep. I suspect it might be here, or where I plan to go. Of course, I don't have snowshoes. Okay, here's where I am. Highway's easy. And the Scuppernong Trails. Except for I went on the Ice Age Trail. We have more trails over there. Okay, catch you later. Thanks for watching.